No drunk drivers. I'm back. Let's get into it. Remember how I told you bozos, they're most likely dysfunctional at the homes and various places that they occupy, right? Here goes some correlation that I'm about to bring to you, about to bring it all together. It's not a coincidence that, and this is an article from ABC 13, written by Micah Hatfield. It states, domestic violence is on the rise in Harris County amid stay-at-home order. I wonder why. Let me read some of the article and then I'll jump into it. Those charges include assault of a family member via choking or impeding breathing, assault of a pregnant person, continued family violence, and terroristic threats to a household. Since the stay-at-home order was issued, the number of calls has increased for law enforcement and shelter. The center has seen a 40% increase in domestic violence calls and an increase in calls for people needing shelter. And it just goes on to some of the stories or whatever they got going on. But yeah, this is ABC 13 article by Micah Hatfield, printed on April 13, 2020. Why am I talking about this? Because like I told you all before, these bozos, they have traits. They're not normal people. They are dysfunctional, to say the least. And like I alluded to before, now that the businesses are closed and you're forced to stay at home for the most part, they're still drinking. Now they're just, instead of acting up on the road, they're acting up at their home. They're bringing their bozo activity to their home, which equals domestic abuse. These people are bozos, right? This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. You see the correlation? It is not a coincidence that these numbers are on the rise. I'm sure that there are other activities and other laws that have been broken that strengthens my point, my argument. Now, I'm about to take this to another step. There's a reason behind this. Since I've been on this rant and campaign for stiffer penalties for drunk driving, I'm always assessing my environment. And the people who are on the forefront, from what I've noticed, not saying this is absolute, I'm speaking in generals, but it's just from my perspective. The people who I've noticed who are on the forefront are women, meaning on the forefront against this drunk driving things, are women. I don't see too many men out here. Yet, honestly, I haven't seen any, to be truthful. I know there's some out there. I just haven't seen it. If there are some out there, hey, tell them to holler at your boy. We can link up and do some work together. But since the people who are on the forefront are women, I want to help you out. I've touched on it before when I was talking about deadbeats, right? Or dirtbags. Yeah, that's the terminology. Dirtbags. Dirtbags are people who you should not get into a relationship with. Dirtbags are the ones who you get into a relationship with, you all have a child, and then he just bounces. We're not talking about a failed relationship. I'm talking about, it don't matter if the relationship was on the rocks or anything like that. I'm saying after the child was born, this guy just bounced. He doesn't offer any type of support, any type of assistance. This is what I call a dirtbag. Yeah, it's what I call a dirtbag. A dirtbag also engages in domestic abuse, physically or verbally. Now, the physical one, it should be non-tolerant. All abuse should be non-tolerant, but it's physical, meaning in times of conflict, they will raise their hands to you. That is one of the ultimate red flags. You need to get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. There's no mistakes. It wasn't a coincidence, anything of that nature. If that man chooses to lay hands on you because he cannot control his emotions, you're in trouble. You need to get the hell out of there. Simple as that. I don't care if you're trying to save the family, because I hear it all. You're trying to save the family. You don't want to grow up, want your kids to grow up with their father. And I understand. Get the hell out of there anyway. If he chooses to get his act together, he can reach out. He can still co-parent. There's nothing wrong with co-parenting. He can still co-parent. But for your safety and your child's safety, get the hell out of there. Right? That is a grade A dirtbag. You cannot build with those type of people. I'm sharing this information once again to help out the people who are on the front lines of this movement. Once again, I am sharing the information so that I can help out the people who are on the front lines of this movement. Maybe someone of, I'm just another man or whatever. You may respect my opinion. It may hit home differently coming from someone outside of your circle. I don't know people like this personally, but I know it happens. Just like I just read that article. These are people. They're real life people. And I'm sure it goes on. And they need that help. They may need an outsider telling them, get the hell out of there. I'm sure the family members have told them, et cetera, but I'm telling you, there is no building with a dirtbag. Dirtbags you cannot build with. Now, dirtbags can change. Anybody can change. But let them do that on their time. Don't let them do that on your time. Because while you're giving them time to quote unquote get it together, your time is being wasted. That is time you cannot get back. Don't wait 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, 20 years. You're not going to be able to get that back. What you're also doing is blocking someone of quality to come into your life. Because you have that dirtbag occupying that zone, that quality person, there's no room for them. Because you're showing your loyalty to a dirtbag. I hate to say it that way, but that's just what it is. I'm not blaming you. I'm just giving you advice to get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. But yeah, that is a dirtbag trait. And these bozos, this is what they're doing. These bozos are at home. Since they can't go out on the roads, and on the clubs and bars or whatever, and get the drink on and do all the other stuff, drunk driving and killing people. They don't have that option no more. They don't know what to do with their time. They're still going to be dysfunctional, just like I said. So now they're bringing it home, and it's coming out in forms of physical abuse. You see how this works? That's why I say these bozos, they need a house. and the house is prison. That's where they need to be at. So yeah, you women out there who are with these bozos, you know who you are. I don't know, because I'm not around bozos like that. But you know who you are. When you're around a bozo, you might want to chunk deuce. Chunk deuce, meaning get the hell out of there. And if you forgot the meaning of what I'm talking about, a dirtbag or a bozo, one, they have a child. And they do not support that child in any way, shape, or form. That is a dirtbag. You cannot build with them. Two, another number 2 dirtbag or class 2 dirtbag, whatever you want to call it. Physical abuse. Physical abuse. If you and that man is engaged in some type of conflict, dispute, and they want to lay hands on you, I'm telling you, get the hell out of there. That is a dirtbag. You need to move on, right? 3, verbal abuse. Verbal abuse is tricky because everyone gets into arguments. And when you're mad, sometimes you say stuff you don't mean. So with the verbal, let me try to clarify this. We're talking about consistent behavior. Consistent. Not an outlier. We're talking about consistent behavior. That person is consistently verbally abusing you, cussing you out and calling your name, personal attacks consistently, bringing you down verbally. It's time to get the hell out. These are dirtbags. You cannot build with them. You cannot build with them. I know this. I know this because I am a man. Yeah, I'm saying it. More men need to speak out on things like that, just like more men need to speak out against drunk drivers. That's another reason why I'm making this video, because there are a lot of people who have been affected by drunk driving. Yet, it's only women are the ones that are on front lines. Last time I checked, it takes woman and man to create a child, right? And children are being killed. Somebody's child is being killed by drunk drivers. Yet, I only see women out here on the forefront. Women. My question is, where are the men? What, you scared? What is it? I don't know. You tell me. You're scared? You don't know what to do? Or I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is, but for whatever reason, the men are not, their presence is not felt. It also leads me to another thing. Could it be I don't want to say the main reason, but one of the reasons why this drunk driving thing is not taken seriously, because maybe they just see all women on the forefront. And could that be a correlation with sexism? See, I live in the real world. I know all this stuff exists. I'm posing it to you as a question. I already know the answers. This is just to get you to think. This is just to get you to think. Right? But yeah, these dirtbags, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Now, it's easy to point out and say, leave a dirtbag alone. A lot of times, it's hard to do that once you're already involved. So, what I'm going to do is give you identification techniques to where you can identify the dirtbag. Yeah. Now, am I some relationship expert? No, I'm not none of that. I'm just a man. I know how a man conducts themselves. And I'm putting it out there on Front Street. I don't care. I'm putting it out there on Front Street. I'm not scared of being judged and all those other things. And it doesn't deter me. But if you want to do it, You know how to get at me. You know, the email is there. reachhout119@gmail.com. Get at your boy. You know, I'm out here. You know, I'm not hiding nowhere. Especially for the deadbeats. I mean, not deadbeats. For the dirtbags and the bozos, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, bozos that's my terminology for the drunk drivers. Dirtbags are the men who you should not get involved with. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you how to identify the dirtbag. Make it easier upon you. I'm going to make it easier upon you. Now, it's up to you. Whether you're going to take this advice or not, it is solely up to you. I'm not the one dating dirtbags. No dirt. I was going to say this other stuff. But no, I never had a problem with dirtbags or whatever. Because I guess they have women dirtbags. They have women dirtbags. For the fellas, I can do one on that too. But I'm going to the people who rock with me. So if the fellas got a problem with it, so be it. So be it. I don't care. I do not care. I'm going to speak my mind. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the next video, but I know it's going to come soon. I'm going to show you how to identify the dirtbags. Prevention is key. Once you're in a relationship with them, I don't want to say it's too late, but it's just that much more harder. Because once you emotionally attached to someone, it is very hard to get unattached. That's why you should implement prevention measurements to prevent you from getting attached to a dirtbag and that causes ruckus and havoc within your life. That's about it. I don't want to go on too long. I'm almost 20 minutes in. But yeah, these bozos out here, they laying hands upon people. I knew they was going to be acting up. I knew it was just a matter of time. So I appreciate that article. It was a good read. It sheds light on what I was talking about. These bozos have specific traits. They cause dysfunction. Everywhere they go, this is what they do. This is what they do. But till next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.